guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. First off, I just want to go ahead and apologize for that background noise. I'm in my laundry room because that is where the best lighting is, and my washing machine is running right now, and now the phone's ringing. But anyways, I just wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that this is going to be a short week because we went on a trip from Wednesday to Sunday. We went to Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, one of my favorite places. We went mainly because I was in one of my friend's weddings, but we went ahead and stayed a few extra days. So I only filmed dinner on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But I think I'm going to throw in some of the clips of some of the things that we did down there just to show you guys what we were up to. And of course, the dinners that we ate while down there. So I hope that you guys enjoy. Okay, so starting on Sunday, which was St. Patrick's Day, I made some cheeseburgers in the air fryer for the first time, and they turned out awesome. So I just formed 4 patties out of a pound of ground beef, and I seasoned both sides with this steak and shake seasoning. I cooked that at 380 degrees for 8 minutes, and then I took them out and flipped them over. These did shrink quite a bit, probably because I suck at patting out hamburgers. I wish that I used my burger press. That helps so much. But anyways, I just let those finish cooking for another 8 minutes. So I did top these with some of this Irish cheese by Kerrygold. I did not like it. It had a weird taste to it, so I have no idea how I'm going to finish that up because I have a ton left in my fridge. But anyways, I just took my cheese grater and I shredded that over the top of the burgers, and that was it for those. I served it with some corn on the cob on the side, and then I also made these Irish nachos, aka potatoes, and they were amazing. So to do that, I just took a few russet potatoes and I washed and scrubbed them really well, dried those off, and then sliced them up and tossed them into this big mixing bowl. And then I drizzled it with some olive oil and seasoned it with some garlic, salt, and black pepper. And then I just gave that a good toss to make sure that every little piece of potato got coated well. And then I dumped that out onto a greased cookie sheet, and I just arranged it so that none of the potatoes were overlapping. And I popped that in my oven at 450 degrees for 20 minutes, pulled those out and flipped over every little piece, and popped it back in the oven for 20 more minutes. When my potatoes were fully cooked and nice and crispy, I just layered those into my cast iron skillet, and once I got all of the potatoes added in, I just sprinkled it with some shredded extra sharp cheddar cheese, and then I took some cooked and crumbled bacon and sprinkled that on the top. I just used the Oscar Mayer microwave kind because that's what I had in my refrigerator, and it worked really well. I popped this underneath my broiler for a few minutes to melt that cheese, and then I added a good amount of sour cream to the middle, and then I sprinkled it with plenty of freeze-dried chives, and it turned out so good. I also wanted to make something green since it was St. Patrick's Day, so I went with the dessert. I had my little assistant help me whip up some brownies to start with. She was sick in this clip with a stomach virus, but it really helped perk her up to help me in the kitchen. So I did try the Great Value brownie mix for the first time, and I thought it tasted exactly like all the other brands that I have tried in the past. So after I baked those, I let those cool completely, and then I got started on the pudding mix. So I did use a box of the instant vanilla pudding, and then I added my milk. I just used the amount that the box called for. I think it's like 2.5 cups, and I just whisked all of that together. And then I'm going to be adding in some green food coloring. So I am using the Wilton brand in the color Kelly Green, and I just took a little toothpick and added some in a little at a time until I got it to the color that I wanted. I mixed that in, and then I just let it sit up for a few minutes, and that was it for the pudding. So I don't have one of those trifle dishes, and I really wanted to show all of the layers in this dessert, so I just used a glass bowl, and it worked really well. So for the first layer, on the bottom, I'm just crumbling some brownies, and then I'm going to be adding a good layer of that pudding mixture, spreading it out to the edges to make sure that it will show through the glass bowl. And then for the next layer, I'm just adding some plain old Cool Whip, spreading that all over the top of the pudding mixture. And then I'm going to go in with another layer of the crumbled brownies, and then I'm just going to pour the rest of that pudding all over the top of that, spread it out, and then I'm going to be taking some of these mint Oreos and I'm going to crush those over the top. So I am the only one in the house that likes mint flavored things, so I didn't want to go overboard with the cookies, so I just added a few and no one minded. Josh and the kids absolutely love this dessert. After I did get those cookies crumbled on the top, I did add a lid to it and I popped it in my fridge for a few hours before I served it, and like I said, it was a winner. And really, you could make this for any occasion, just change the color of the pudding and the flavor of the Oreos. So up next on Monday, I made an Instant Pot cracked chicken pasta. So for the ingredients, I have a pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast that I cut up into little pieces, as well as some olive oil and some ranch seasoning. I also have some chicken broth and a box of penne noodles. You're going to need 2 cups of cheese, so that sharp cheddar cheese bag wasn't full, so I just went ahead and used some shredded cheese that I had in my fridge. I also have some cream cheese, and you're going to need some cooked bacon, so I just went ahead and cooked that in the oven. So I'm just going to get all of this into my Instant Pot. So here's my bowl. I just topped it with some parsley. This recipe tastes really similar to the chicken bacon ranch pasta that I always make that I've shared a few times on my channel. The only difference is the cream cheese, and of course it's just a faster version in my Instant Pot, but I highly recommend this one. We all loved it, including the kids. Up next, I made these baked chicken bites. They're supposed to be honey barbecue, but I changed one of the ingredients, which I will talk about here in a little bit. But in that first bowl, I'm just taking some pieces of chicken breast that I have cut up, and I'm tossing it into some flour. And then in that second bowl, I'm beating together an egg with some milk. And then in the plate, I have some cornflake cereal that I have crushed up, and then I'm seasoning it with some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some smoked paprika. And I'm just going to combine that together with my hands. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started on coating the chicken. So first, I'm just going to dunk it into that egg mixture, and then I'm going to roll it around in the cornflakes and place it onto a cookie sheet that I have lined with some parchment paper. And I'm just going to repeat that until all of my chicken is gone. So ignore those two little uncoated pieces of chicken in the corner. I wasn't about to crush up some more cereal for just 2 pieces. But anyways, I just popped that in my oven at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. And then I pulled it out, flipped over the chicken, and cooked for another 8 minutes. So during that last 8 minutes of cook time, I went ahead and got started on the sauce. So you are supposed to use barbecue sauce, but I had some of this chili sauce in my fridge that I really wanted to use up. So I just used that instead. And then I added in some honey. I used about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm just going to whisk that together really well and cook that over medium heat just to heat up that sauce. Once that chicken was fully cooked, I just carefully removed it to a little mixing bowl, and once I got all of it piled in there, I just went ahead and took that sauce and drizzled it all over the top, and then I'm just going to toss it around to make sure that every piece got coated, and this turned out awesome. I love the flavor. To pair with it, I'm going to be making some of these TGI Friday mozzarella sticks. I have been wanting these for the longest time, and I made these in the air fryer for the first time, so I just placed those into my basket, and I'm going to cook those at 400 degrees for 6 minutes. Here's what they looked like when they were done cooking. They came out nice and crispy, and of course we have to do the cheese pull test. As you can see, the cheese melted perfectly. In that little bowl is some marinara sauce that the box came with. I thought this was a great combination with those chicken bites. That was our easy, delicious Tuesday night dinner.